everybody, welcome to the limited edition version of episode 82 of the Toys for Games podcast. We are recording this on Wednesday, July 20th, 2016. I am one of your hosts, Josh Brown. I am joined by someone who is only here because the Pokemon Go servers are down at the moment.
Jeez Louise.
Jason Greer.
How are we doing tonight, Josh?
Fantastic. A lot better if I could be catching some Pokemon right now.
Right?
But
it's always at like 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time.
Don't even get me started, man.
I blame it on West Coast for lunch breaks and the East Coast for getting ready to head home.
Yep.
And it just dies.
Yep.
And then it went back up for a little bit, and then they pushed the stupid minor text update, and then it re-crashed because everybody thought the game was fixed.
Surprisingly, it's not.
And surprisingly, it's not. And because I've been testing out that, I don't know if you saw I was tweeting about the developer thing where you can like see where all the Pokemon are.
Right.
Like from a desktop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just looking from pure, like I'm a nerd and I just love how this stuff works.
Sure.
And so I'm building it so you can like, I was writing different Python scripts to get it so now it runs on my Android phone. And something you would not be able to do on iOS since it's locked down because they control you like a parent child. But
I also feel safe and secure and worry free.
Well, I don't click on unknown things on the internet, so.
Yeah, that's not true. You clicked on my email when I first sent it to you a year and a half ago.
That's true. But now, like, it was working on my phone, and it's just fascinating to me. So I think I'm gonna give in because I think it ruins the spirit of the game. I fully do. People are like tweeting at me, like, why does it ruin the fun? Because it ruins the spirit of the game. I was talking to Vince about it. I think I'm going to be okay with doing it with him because, like, we might do Monday night Pokemon night. Okay. And I think we might do, like, pure Savage mode on Monday night and just go crazy intense, dropping lures and incense and using the map, just, going hog wild.
Sure.
So I think we might do it then just because it would be fun to drive around knowing where they're at on the phone, like we're crazy maniacs,
Right.
Like, oh, there's one on the other side of town and zip it over there. So, but it would, like, throughout the rest of the day, like, I don't want to use it because it's not as fun. But
yeah, there is an added element to knowing where you're going instead of just walking the same spots over and over again and hoping that one eventually is going to spawn that may never, ever spawn in that location.
Right.
A couple nights ago, Val and I went for a walk in the park right over near our house, and I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time to drop some incense. There's some lures going on in the park right now. Like, this is going to be a solid, productive walk around the park, right? Like, just going to catch Pokemon all the time. It crashed every 10 seconds. It's just like, I am wasting an incense on this. And I feel like my walk is unjustified now because all I'm doing is closing the app and opening it back up and get going for about 10-15 seconds, and then it crashes again, and it's a nightmare, man.
Yeah, I lost an egg and a lure and an incense because I dropped one, game froze on me, and then couldn't get back in.
Yeah, but I mean, like, and like Val was saying, like, how frustrated she is with like the inconsistencies of the servers and whatnot.
Right. But
I pointed out the fact that we keep opening it back up and we keep going back to it, even though we know it's
100%.
broken. So it's like,
100%.
As broken as it is and as, irritating as it may be, it still has its hooks deep in us. And, people are not giving up on it because it's broken.
Yeah. You know how Steve's hooks into us?
What's that?
Toys to Life franchises.
It does. It's been, okay. Going into this week, it didn't feel like it was going to be a big week.
Holy Hannah.
Then all of a sudden we're like, we got to push the podcast back to Wednesday because we have other things going on, not for any other particular important reasons. We were going to do it Tuesday night. We decided not to. We decided to do it Wednesday. It turned out to be a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Just when you think there isn't going to be news happens. Let's go ahead and start with Disney Infinity. What did we learn about Disney Infinity this week?
Yeah, so Disney Infinity, we got the Buzz Lightyear premium figure design. Pretty cool there, glowing. Has a nice blue background for the boost, I guess you call. I don't know what you actually officially call that, but that thing is boost from the jets. Some smoke. Looked pretty cool. As I teased last week in the podcast as well, we got as I've been referring to, the double canceled Lightning McQueen premium figured because he was canceled before the game was even canceled. They scrapped his design. But it's still really cool to see. And it's awesome looking. Definitely go head to infinityinquirer.com. I'm biased because I like cars, but even some people said they don't like cars. They said that's one of their favorite designs, but he's been cool.
Yeah.
And then the other big thing that I'll be talking about in the main one, like I was teasing last week, got some more information about the Kingdoms, which is the Toy Box Story mode. Can't even talk. It's going to take me 15 minutes to explain it, so it's not even going to be something I can even talk about on this limited edition. So be sure to head over to the full edition if you want to listen to that.
Let me ask you just a quick question about the Kingdoms. Was Kingdoms going to be the official name of this playset thing, this mode, or is that kind of like just like the code name they were using internally?
I haven't heard. Everything I've said and heard from people has been calling it Kingdoms. So I could see it as being the official title, but also being a working title. It very well could. I'm sure at this point they hadn't had a final title yet, but it very well could be the working title that I could see them to be like, you know what, we like it. Let's make it the finished title.
Sure. Just curious. Moving on over to Nintendo's Amiibo franchise. What's going on over there?
Yeah, so we got some crazy news today that an Animal Crossing game is going to be getting some new Amiibo compatibility for the first time forever. So this is not Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
Right.
This is not Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer.
Correct.
This is Animal Crossing New Leaf, which I had to look up. I'm like, what the frick did that even come out? Like, I thought it was some weird eShop title that I forgot about.
3 years ago, right?
2012, 4 years ago.
Wow, okay.
So I was like, what the heck? Like, so this is Nintendo's mode right now. They're in such a panic with their holiday season that they're going back to games 4 years ago and adding in updates. But it's cool nonetheless. Getting some new Amiibo functionality with the Amiibo card. So your Amiibo cards got a whole lot better.
Absolutely. Have they specifically outlined the functionality yet?
Tap the Amiibo cards, and you'll get to summon that character into your area. So that's an acquire this question. I don't know if it actually has an answer or not for how many cards aren't characters in the game, but at least you'll be able to get all 400 of them, technically, I guess, into your village immediately.
I don't think a village could hold 400 people.
I don't either, but it sounds fun.
Even though they say a village sometimes is required to raise an idiot? Wait, no, that's not the same.
No.
I don't think so. Moving on.
And I was saying, Amiibo figures will have functionality as well. They showed the Squid Sisters, like, skins in the game, I guess you could say, for the characters and costumes. So
sure.
Amiibo will have functionality as well.
Fantastic. I'm just Nintendo being weird.
Yes.
Let's move on over to Skylanders Imaginators. What's going on over there?
Yeah, so shout out to Argos, our big winner of the weekend. Had a double leak.
Get your bingo cards out, folks.
Get your bingo cards out. Big leak with Skylanders. They not leaked. Didn't leak 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 new Skylander characters. That has to be a record, I feel like. So we got 2 new Skylander Sensei, Barbella and Chopscotch, which we'll get back to her in a second. And then 2 new villains got confirmed of Dr. Crankcase and Taekwon Crow. Chopscotch then was officially confirmed by Family Gamer TV, who got an exclusive reveal in it that I feel is Skylanders going into full panic recovery mode. But they did release Chopscotch image and some gameplay out, so you can double check that out. And then beyond that, also we got I got my hands on the exclusive cards that are in some cereal boxes. So myself and Matt from over at SkylandersCharacterList.com put up an article explaining different stuff in there. So there's technically 6 new cards in it, 2 of which have new art, but then 4 of the cards are exclusive to the set. So definitely check that out. Pretty cool stuff though. But again, SkylandersCharacterList.com, available in cereals and General Mills cereals. They have not officially announced the promotion yet, but cereal boxes are in the stores. So there you go.
And food continues to be a recurring theme here on the podcast. Hopefully,
I'm okay with that.
That continues because
#TeamFat.
It's it's a lot of fun to talk about stupid junk food and how it connects to Toys to Life. Moving on to the winner of the week, as far as news is concerned.
Holy Hannah.
Was not ready for this amount of news, but we will try to make it as short and concise as possible here. Of course, we're talking about LEGO Dimensions. What do we got?
Yeah, so we got a couple of stuff confirmed released this week. We got the Marceline Fun Pack came out as a Toys R Us exclusive. Again, it leaked first through the pre-order cards available in the store. They showed up, but it looked like some employees were, taking pictures ahead of time, but then they were out on the shelves and stuff too. And then Toys R Us came out and confirmed it. So Lego hasn't really, I guess they tweeted it out, but that's their confirming of it. So Marceline from Adventure Time coming in Fun Pack, Toys R Us exclusive, at least in 2016. Also today they released an ET Fun Pack image with ET and phone home of a telephone. Also Argos, the other half of the Argos leak, was the Fantastic Beasts story pack. That was confirmed. Pretty cool look there. Again, perkinquire.com if you want to see the images. I expect a official reveal this weekend. Some other tidbits that came out from an article actually from E3, but then was published this week. Supergirl and Green Arrow confirmed as in the Hire a Hero mode. So if you don't get the figures, you can play as them in the game with the Hire a Hero mode. Jimmy said that Supergirl is going to be coming. They had an event plan for her in the future. I don't know if I believe that. I almost feel like event was just a generic term to be used, because when we talked to them, both of them were like, I legit had no idea how it's even coming. And I fully believed that. And this was interviewed at the same time frame. So I think he was just using event vaguely with that. They did confirm that Lord Vortek is being in work for a figure, and that was what the missing gap number is between Supergirl and Green Arrow figures. So who knows when that's going to show up, but that's going to look sweet if it does officially come out. And then there was this weird quote, per se, saying that they're not revisiting Season 1 franchises for Season 2. So not getting a new Lord of the Rings or DC Comics, stuff like that. So obviously there's an asterisk with that, because we're getting stuff like Lego Batman, stuff like that, but it's not under the DC Comics heading. It's under its own separate heading. But like Doctor Who, I don't think it's going to get anything new then, or Lord of the Rings or Wizards of Oz, stuff like that. So it's disappointing, but at the same time, it's exciting to get new content as well. Green Arrow, the crazy news of the week, is getting a public release, as I call it, in bundle form, in Germany and Australia. In Australia, it's at Target Australia. You have to buy a starter pack, at least in store, maybe online eventually. You'll get a free Green Arrow character. In Germany, same deal. So far, it's only on the PlayStation 3. I assume that's going to change. But you can directly buy just a Green Arrow figure for, I think it was, what I said, it was 29 or 39.99 euros.
Right.
And if you want it shipped to the US, it's like $45 shipped. I have one coming next week. I just wanted to see what happened, so I bought one.
Sure, why not?
See what would come. So it's coming. And then tonight is preview night for San Diego Comic-Con. So someone did a Periscope. I decided to start searching on Twitter for finding Periscopes and found one that was useful. Warner Brothers booth. There is Tina from Lego Dimensions Fantastic Beasts Fun Pack on display, as well as the Fantastic Beasts Story Pack from Warner Brothers. And it's definitely Tina. And then shout out to Infinifan84, sent a picture of Tina with whatever the moth dragon bird thing, whatever it is, that's in the Fun Pack. I couldn't tell what it was, but he sent a picture from the trailer. I'm like, oh, that's what that is. Still don't know what it's called, but it is whatever that is.
It's a Fantastic Beast, that's what.
That's right. So apparently it's that. So expect that to be revealed this weekend as well. And then obviously, as a reminder, panel this Sunday at 11:15 a.m. Pacific time. That's 2:15 p.m. Eastern time. I don't expect it to be officially streamed, and also Periscope is banned across all panels at San Diego Comic-Con. So I don't really expect anything, but maybe Lego do their own special Periscope. Who knows?
Sure. I wonder how they're regulating that.
They see it on Twitter. You're getting yanked out.
Interesting.
That's what it says. They said if you find that you're live streaming at any panel, you lose your pass.
Huh. Well, maybe it's worth a shot.
It's Sunday, so might as well go for it.
That's right. Awesome. Well, it sounds like we have a lot to talk about in the full episode here that we're going to be starting in a few minutes. So be sure to stay tuned to that. Big thank you to our executive producer, George Torres, of course, and our show sponsor, Devin Lachinsky. PSN and Xbox username Unrace, UNRACE. Have a good story about Devin Lachinsky to tell on the proper podcast. So stick around for that if you want to hear some dirt. It's actually pretty funny. So Jason, where can people find you at?
Yeah, you can always follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/JasonInquires. Jason Inquires is also my YouTube and Instagram and Facebook username, so you can always look for me on there as well. And then obviously all the Toys Life-centric accounts of Brick Inquirer, Skylanders Inquirer, and Infinity Inquirer.
You can find me personally on Twitter at The Noise with a Y. Be sure to follow the show on Twitter at Toys for Games. Email us podcast at toysforgames.com. Of course, the website is also toysforgames.com. And facebook.com/groups/toysforgames. And if you'd like to support us and what we do and everything that we try to do for the community, you can do so over on Patreon, patreon.com/toysforgames. Again, this was a limited edition. If you're sticking around for the proper full version, it's going to be a fun show. We have lots to talk about. We have a lot of cool stories to tell, I'm sure. But until next time, happy hunting, collectors.